Hi everyone! In this video, we're going to do another linked list delete. In the previous video, we did a linked list delete at front. So naturally, we're going to do a linked list delete at end. This is only slightly more complicated. In fact, it's going to resemble our insert at end, which is append, but we are going to keep track of a previous pointer. So let's take a look. If we're going to delete at end with our little 3, 5, 12 list here, then that means we're going to be deleting this guy right here. So we need to walk through each node in the list until we get to a node whose next pointer is null. Very similar to inserting. But the only thing is, once we get here, we're going to need to update the previous pointer next pointer to be null. Okay, that's pretty important, right? We have to break this link right here as well. So let me clean this up a little bit. And let's see how we're going to do this. So we're going to have a cur pointer. It's going to point to a current node as we traverse through the list. And we're also going to have a prev pointer, which will be null until we advance cur pointer at least one node. All right, so we advance cur pointer. So it's going to be pointing here. And our previous pointer is going to be pointed here. So we're going to break these links right here. We're keeping on going until cur pointer's next pointer is null. So we're going to update our link again. Cur pointer is going to point to our next node. Previous pointer is going to point to cur pointer before we advance it, breaking these links right here. Okay, now cur pointer's next pointer is null. So we know that cur pointer points to the node that we need to delete. So all we need to do is delete cur pointer, and this node is gone. Now we need to update prev pointer so that it no longer points to this invalid node, and it in fact points to null, which will break this link right here because it's pointing to invalid memory now. So any special cases that we have here? Well, we need to make sure that head is not equal to null, making sure that it's not empty. There is something in the list, in fact, to delete. Now, if prev pointer is null, that means that we never actually updated cur pointer, so we are going to be deleting at the front of the list. It's not too bad though, because if we're deleting at the front of the list, that means that there's only one node in the list, so cur pointer is going to be pointing at head. So all we'll be doing is deleting cur pointer and then setting head to be null. So that's what we have to keep an eye out for. Let's go ahead and kind of erase everything we've done here so far so that we can walk through that case. So that case is this one where there's only one node in the list, 3. So if we're deleting at end, we're going to start with cur pointer pointing to head. We're going to have our prev pointer pointing to null. We're going to advance while cur pointer's next is not equal to null, but cur pointer's next is equal to null. So we're not going to enter the body of the loop where we update prev pointer or cur pointer. So we need to check to make sure that either cur pointer is not equal to null, in which case we are actually going to be deleting a node that is not at the head of the list. If prev pointer is null, then we are deleting at the head of the list, in which case we're going to simply delete cur pointer, and we are going to update head to point to null. All right, let's code it up. So we're in linked list.h. I've got to add a prototype for delete at end. in linklist.cpp, there are quite a few very similar member functions that we could use here. In fact, insert in order is somewhat close. Insert at end is somewhat close. I think we'll grab this one right here. We'll start with append node. All right, so I'm just going to adapt append node to be a deleted end. There's no argument, so we don't need a parameter here. We are not, in fact, making a new node, and we only have one case, which is just making sure that our head is not equal to null. Just like we did on line 98 in our deleted front, we got to make sure there's actually something to delete. So we're going to traverse the list. We're going to need our cur node and our prev node, just like we had with our insert in order. Show you our insert in order again here, right here. So we have our cur node and our prev node. All right, so while our cur node's next is not equal to null, then prev node is going to be assigned cur node before we advance it. Then we're going to update cur node by advancing it to its next node. Okay, so now we've got to check and make sure that we did in fact advance cur node beyond the head in order to do the updating using prev node. If we didn't advance cur node beyond the head, then we are in this last case that we drew here, and we'll need to update head itself. All right, so a few ways to test for this. I could test to see if cur node is equal to head. I could test to see if prev node is equal to null, meaning that we never entered this body and advanced it. Either one of those would be just fine. I'll stick with this one because it's more similar to our insert in order. So if prev node is null, that means we are deleting at head only one item in the list, or one node in the list. So if this is the case, then we're simply going to delete head. I could also delete cur node. They both point to the same node, and set head to null. We now have an empty list. If I'm in the else, then that means that we did in fact enter the body of our while loop. We did advance cur node and update prev node. So we are going to have to do the tracing that we did when we were deleting the last node, the 12, in the list. So what do we have to do for that? Well, what we were doing is saying, okay, we're going to delete cur node, and then we're going to have prev nodes next be null. All right, let's try it out. We'll head over to main. I've restored this to our original 3, 5, 12 list. So we'll print out the list as I'm doing here, and then we'll do a delete at end, which should delete the 12, and then we'll print the list out again, making sure that we still have our 3 and our 5 in the same order. Looks like we do. So for good practice, let's go through and delete again. So this should delete the 5. Then we'll have one element in the list, which will just be the 3. We will delete that, which is our special case that we're deleting at head. And then we'll try and delete again and make sure it doesn't crash, because our list will be empty at that point. All right, so line number 11 is deleting the 12. Looks like it's good. Line number 13 is deleting the 5. Looks like it's good. Line number 15 is deleting the 3. Looks like it's good. line number 17 is attempting to do a delete at end on an empty list, and nothing happens. It doesn't crash our program, and we're still printing out our list, which is empty. Awesome. So far, so good. We have one more delete to write, which is going to finally accept an integer value to search the list for. And if we find that integer value in the list, we will delete the node, the first node that contains the value. This is going to be a lot like our insert and order because we are now going to splice a node out of the list, which means we've got to update our links to skip over it, right? The prev nodes next needs to be the cur nodes next. It'll be really cool. All right, stay tuned. Thanks for watching. You're doing great so far. Obviously, there are a lot of linked list operations. Always draw those pictures, trace through your links, and make sure you think of the special cases, and you'll be just fine.